Mr. Colin Murray. He was my football coach at Fatima College. I have total 100% respect for this gentleman. He doesn't get involved in politics too much. Yeah, I might say that he family member Derek Murray is our old PNM and thing. That had nothing to do with Colin Murray. This man is a brilliant, intelligent, classy individual. A former captain of Trinidad and Tobago in cricket, and he also played football. Coach Fatima, of which I was on the team with Scott Rodriguez, Captain Sean Ramdu, and we tied with Dwight York, and then we lost the national title on goal difference because of overconfidence against St. Mary's with Kona Hislop and Barry Roach and them boys. But Colin Murray, on reading and hearing and feeling the pain of Brian Lara, because Brian Lara was in Fatima while Colin Murray was also a football coach there. So he's very close for over 40 years with Brian Lara. Colin Murray writes this: prayers alone won't cut it for a nation hurting from crime. I know there are quite a few youth camps in some areas. I certainly would like to see more of these throughout TNT. I don't know how these camps are funded, but if the different neighborhoods can give a monthly donation and give these youth stipend while teaching them a craft, this will certainly help. From electrical works to plumbing, tiling, etc. may go a long way in saving at least 1 or 2 youths from entering a life of crime. Get successful individuals to come and talk to them and show them that they came from a low-income home. They too can make it. Sure, everyone can't have a university degree, but there are ways and means to have a successful life. In addition to Lara, I am hopeful that local heroes like Russell Latapy, Kyron Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Dwight York, and Jareem Richards, to name a few, when they are back home, they can go to town meetings and talk to the youths and parents around the country and tell them how life was hard, but they never gave up on pursuing the dream. My dear brother Colin, unfortunately, you have not been paying attention to politics. Maybe because of all the noise, and you don't like the noise and the peacock and the banter. But underneath all of that is some substance. And all that you have spoken about there existed in 2010 to 2015 in a meaningful manner, where Kamla Prasad Bisesa and your former student, Anil Roberts, as Minister of Sport, and across the board in all ministries, put exactly what you have said there, implemented that. First and foremost, Darren Ganga, Dwight York, Brian Lara, Hazel Crawford and others, they were ambassadors, paid a stipend and so on, and were going, motivating, talking to children, talking to schools. Elite funding program, par for the course was all the 53 athletes on elite funded programs back under Anil and Kamla. Part and parcel of that was that they have to visit schools when they were home in between their training and so on to give motivational talks. But when you talk about getting a stipend and the education and so on, Kamla Prasad Bisesa and the Ministry of Science and Tertiary Education under with David Lee and Fazal Karim, they built over 12 MIC centers, 10 NESC centers, and they increased funding to UTT, COSTAT across the board. Keith Christopher Rowley came into power in September 2015 and closed down 8 MIC centers, welding and electrical and so on, and 4 NESC centers. He cut funding to UTT by something like 80 million per year for the last 8 years. He cut GATE, which Fazal Karim and Kamla Prasad Bisesa took up, including Tech Voc, up to 59,000 students, 726 million. Keith Christopher Rowley cut that funding for the youth of the country for the last 8 years by over $2.2 billion. Then there was something called live sport. Now Keith Rowley and the PNM would maybe, as you hear live sport, you say corruption, thief, money waste. But let me tell you, live sport was a program designed for the worst of the worst. Young fellas in gangs actively shooting, killing, robbing, get them off the street, encourage them to get into a teamwork setting, have guidance counselors, social workers. The plan was to give them some literacy and numeracy, give them tasks, keep them fit, give them opportunities, identify their talent, put them into MIC centers for welding, as 80 of them went into NESE centers, over 75 went in and graduated, put them into deep sea diving, that commercial diving, get them involved in sport, coaching, and so on, education. And you said that some people should go and talk to them. Well, no. Life Sport wasn't about just one speech a month, like a little motivational talk. Life Sport was every day, 5 days a week, getting 2 meals and interacting with national heroes and sporting heroes on a daily basis, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Let me read for you, my brother, some of the names that were involved in a daily basis in areas of the highest crime, because we took it from, guessing work, took it out of the Selwyn Ryan report, the hotspot areas. In the following areas: Bagatelle, Barataria, Basildon Street, Beetham, Belmont, Carapo, Caranach, Cocorite, Covin Road, Enterprise, Four Roads, Fullerton, Faizabad, John, La Brea, La Ocata, La Romaine, Mont Dom, Malabar Train Line, Maloney, Marabella, Maraval, Mayaro, Mondiablo, Maruga, Movan, Pinal, Pinto, Pleasantville, Point Fortin, River Estate, Samaru Village, Sangre Grande, Santa Flora, Superior, St. Joseph, St. Paul Street, Tabakit, Valencia, and YTC. Now let me read some of the names who were interacting with 2,378 of the baddest, not kind of indisciplined, bad fellas that gone the wrong way, trying to get them back on track. And let me remind you that during the 2 years of Life Sport, 2012 to 2014, the murders were 375 and 400. Not no 614 and heading for 700 like now. But let me read some of the names. So my brother, what I say to you is, people like you, intelligent, brilliant, patriotic, amazing citizens, need to get more seriously involved in political discourse, research, read, because I read your column. And I'm here to tell you that when Kamala was there, what you are talking about in 2023 was there from 2010 to 2015, and had it remained and increased, we would not be in the morass that we are now. I think you're a logical thinker and you will agree. Ansel Elcock. These are people, this is from the Life Sport audit report. These are the people interacting with over 2,378 youths that lost their way. And not no one talk once a month, every single day. Ansel Elcock, Angus Eve, Anthony Boney, Anthony Roger, Derek King. Never mind, Derek King is a PNM and with Julian Morris. Nobody cares. Crime and no politics. We need to get to the youth and inspire them. Gerard Pereira, Julius Edwards, Kerry Batiste, Kim Kwashi from boxing, world champion, Reynold Carrington, national captain, Kerwin Hardis Jemot, Kendall Velox, Jason Sandy, Bevan Julian, Alistair Ramdu, Ricardo Cornwall, Nigel Neil Henry. All these names you know, my brother, because you commentate football, cricket, boxing. You know all of these national heroes that were there on the ground to inspire and show a different direction to those who did not have that guidance. Dean Pacheco, Hayden Tinto, Serrano Glenn, Annette Craig, Mohammed Issa, Marlon Thomas, Gorian Hiley, Sherlan David, Lyndon Andrews, Lester Cornwall, Nigel Pear, Ricardo Patti, national cricketer, great human being, was involved with inspiring and working to put those bad boys back on track. This is Life Sport. So don't believe the hype and the nonsense with Rowley and his politics and his stupidity. We would not be here in this position if they cared. Nigel Cooper, Ronald Primus, Tasha St. Louis, female national footballer, Nevik Dinoon, Azad Ali, Kevin Connell, Kevin Cornwall, Sean D'Souza, Miguel Patti, Robert Cyril, Casey Latapi, Nkosi James, Dale Saunders, all of these people were involved in life sport on a daily, paid to take care, to teach, to guide, to put fitness, to inspire with social workers, guidance counselors, 2 meals per day, getting the guns out of their hands, inspiring them, my brother. So I know you are apolitical, but people like your good self, highly respected patriots, intelligent people, need to stop letting the PNM and their brainwashing machinery keep your intellect out of politics. They try to make you think that politics is just bambash, bad pikong, old talk. No! This is politics. This is meaningful politics. Your article is meaningful from the heart. And I show you that Kamala and you on the same page. Kamala 10 years ahead, but no big thing.